Today, we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 PS4 games getting the most improvements on PS5. For this list, we're looking at last-generation games that are already pushing the hardware of the PlayStation 5 to its limits. Let us know in the comments which one you'll be replaying. Number 10. Control. It was already a little difficult for base consoles to run Control properly at launch, with patches quickly coming to stabilize performance. But Remedy isn't satisfied with just letting the PS5 help the original version of Control reach its potential. A full next-gen upgrade is on the way. Unfortunately, this upgrade isn't free. Not exactly. Publisher 505 Games initially said that only players who bought the Ultimate Edition of Control would get the upgrade for free, leaving everybody else having to buy the game again if they wanted the new version. But for some lucky players, a glitch in digital storefronts meant that in September 2020, they were mistakenly given the upgrade for free. Number 9. Cyberpunk 2077. Though it was released on last-gen hardware, Cyberpunk was so full of technical problems on these platforms that it was rendered totally unplayable. Only next-gen consoles and high-end PCs could get it to run at all, but those next-gen consoles were still only running the last-gen version of the game, without all the fancy graphics options seen on PC. A free native PS5 upgrade is set to arrive late in 2021, which will truly show us what the new hardware is capable of. In the meantime though, the PS5 version is still significantly better looking and more stable than the version on PS4. And CDPR's other flagship title, The Witcher 3, is also set to get an enhanced edition in 2021. Number 8. God of War. One of the most critically acclaimed and graphically stunning games on the PS4, it was only a matter of time until God of War flexed its muscles on the PS5 as well. Unlike other games, God of War isn't yet set to get a full upgrade, but it is going to be using the PS5's boost mode to reach peak performance. As soon as the new console released, God of War was able to run a fluid 60 FPS, but it doesn't yet have 4K resolution at this higher frame rate. Not to worry though, there's another great thing that God of War has going for it. Cross-gen save transfers so you can pick up where you left off.
Prove me wrong.
Yes, sir.
Number 7. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Hold still!
When it launched in 2019, Fallen Order was praised by fans and critics for a return to a single-player Star Wars experience with an excellent story. Taking cues from the Soulsborne franchise as well as Uncharted, the game features thrilling combat complemented by fun platforming and plenty of puzzles and secrets to explore. Remedy has since updated the game to run at 60 FPS on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X with a resolution of 1440p. The fast-paced gameplay really shines with this optimization, and diving into the Star Wars universe has never been more appealing. If you haven't played this one, or you're looking to replay it on next-gen consoles, you will not be disappointed. Number 6. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
表を上げよ。くさび丸。そなたの刀だ。
Flashy graphics are all well and good, but when it comes to Soulsborne titles, only one thing truly matters: frame rate. When you need to parry and dodge attacks with a moment's notice, memorizing movesets and attack patterns, you need every frame you can get. And this is never clearer than in Sekiro, which has some of the fastest and most difficult combat in any From Software release, and that's saying something. Sekiro can now reach a buttery smooth 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 5. And of course, the game still has incredible graphics for players to enjoy. Number 5. Borderlands 3. With console games seemingly stuck at 30 FPS for years, the next-gen move to finally reach 60 across the board has been a long time coming. But remarkably, Gearbox has left other developers in the dust with the next-gen version of Borderlands 3, which is already achieving an insane 120 frames per second on consoles. Borderlands 3 does still make players choose between whether you care more about the frame rate or resolution, but both of these modes are far more technically impressive than similar options in other games, with a choice between 60 FPS at 4K or 120 FPS at 1080p at least. Number 4. Dark Souls 3. Since Sekiro was a little different from Software's other popular games, if you want to get back to basics, there's good news. Dark Souls 3 is also going to benefit from the PS5's extra horsepower to reach a solid 60 FPS. And adding insult to injury, despite the Xbox Series X's extra teraflops of power, only the PS5 can run Dark Souls 3 at 60, making it still the essential console for From Software games. Unfortunately, there's still radio silence from Sony about whether another of the PS4's most lauded exclusives, Bloodborne, is going to have its clunky frame rate unlocked. Number 3. Nioh 2. It's easy to forget that Nioh 2 only came out in 2020, but already Team Ninja is looking at releasing full remasters of both Nioh 2 and its predecessor on PlayStation 5. February 2021 sees the release of the Nioh Collection, exclusive to PS5 and containing both games and all the DLC for Nioh 2. It was already an impressive game, reaching 60 FPS on the PS4 Pro, but now 120 FPS and native 4K resolution are both being targeted for the remasters. And if you're still playing through the sequel, you will be able to transfer your PS4 save files to the new version on PS5, so you won't lose any of your hard-won progress. Number 2. Days Gone. There's no denying that Bend Studios' Days Gone is an unusual game. Releasing in 2019, its sluggish first 10 hours meant many players didn't get to see how enjoyable killing hordes of zombies and riding around Oregon on a motorcycle could be. Part of the PS Plus collection, there's no reason not to give Days Gone a second chance, or replay it from scratch on the PS5. The new version boasts not just improved visual fidelity targeting 4K, but also a smooth 60 frames per second. With so many mobs of freakers on screens at once, those extra frames will certainly come in handy. Number 1. Ghost of Tsushima. Before its release, few people expected PS4 exclusive Ghost of Tsushima to be as outstanding as it was. With beautiful visuals and the incredible wind mechanic, it was already a stunning game, but it's a different story on PS5. Now pushing 60 FPS at an even higher resolution, this best-in-show game is somehow now even better. And expect even faster load times than the PS4 version, which already boasted load times so fast they had to be made longer so that the gameplay tips could be read. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.